Hi everyone! So I'm extremely excited to finally welcome you to my YouTube channel. I've been getting a lot of asks and requests to do tutorials, to just give you some tips and basically to help you to get into drawing. So with this video, I really hope that you're gonna receive the help that you've been looking for. I decided to show you my coloring process and I'm going to explain everything step by step. Also, all the materials I'm using are going to be listed in the video and I'm going to write them down in the description box. So without any further ado, if you want to see my coloring process, then keep on watching.
Alright, so I'm starting off with the already made pencil sketch. Firstly, I'm applying a smooth layer of color that will be a base for my further shading. This time I'm taking Dusky pink from Promarker and I'm just coloring the whole face and the neck. Next, I'm taking a brush marker to add some shading. I go over the places when shadows will be the darkest, and that means eyelids, temples, under eye area, nose, cheekbones, under the lips, and of course the neck. After I'm done with this, I like to take the same shade of marker that I used as my base color, which is Dusky pink. And this time I'm using the marker that is quite dried out, so that will allow me to blend out the shades nicely without applying too much color. And then I will just darken the shading with the brush marker again. Once I'm done with the face color, I'm proceeding to adding a bit of outline. As you probably could already see, I don't really outline my drawings beforehand. I just feel like it makes the drawing too harsh and too hard to work with while adding color. When it comes to black fine liners, my two favorites so far are Uni Pins and Microns. Even though the ones I'm using now are both 0.05, Uni Pin is a bit thinner and more precise than Micron. So most likely I will use it for doing small details on the face. After I outline the eyes, I will just color the pupils with chocolate brown color and then I'll add some light to it with the white gel pen. Next off, I'm taking a brown colored pencil and I will apply it as my another additional layer of shading on the skin. Actually, I really love mixing colored pencil with markers because they allow me to build up the shading however I want and they just make the skin look very soft and natural, because that's what we want, right? Now I'm just going to do some more contours on the face. I'm going to first mark the eyebrows to make sure they are on fleek. Then I'll just do a few more touch-ups on the eyes and the nose. As I want to draw the face that will look really soft and girly, the trick I like to use is instead of lining out everything with harsh black fine liner, I just use automatic pencil to mark the places where I want to have more delicate outline. Then I'm just applying some pink color on the lips. This one actually is my favorite, I use it almost to all my drawings. One thing that I need to say is that I'm quite messy with my drawings, I think. I just like to repeat the procedures few times over and over again, and I just touch up and fix particular places several times throughout the process. The reason for it is quite simple. I just want to make sure that everything's blended out nicely and everything's just perfect. Alright, so now it's time for the hair. So when I'm doing black hair, I would usually start with applying a deep black color in the areas that are surely not exposed to the light. So naturally the color will be the most intense. Next, I'm just taking light gray shade and I'm putting it on the places that are most exposed to the light. Using Brushmarker will allow me to obtain a natural effect of flowing hair. Then I'm just taking the shade that is between black and light gray, so in this case it's cool gray number 5. This shade will be kind of my transition color that I'll use to mix black and gray together. You can see that I'm going over the same places few times to blend out the colors nicely. While coloring hair, I like to use black colored pencil to mark the individual hairs with the pencil strokes because it gives an amazing natural texture to the hair. At the end, I just apply some highlights with white pencil. After the hair is done, it's time to proceed to the next parts of the body. So I am starting off with a bit of outlining. Next, to color the arm, I'm obviously taking the same color I used for the face. Again, for shading, I'm using the brush marker and brown pencil to obtain a natural, smooth effect. Next off, I'm applying peach marker all over the top the girl is wearing. I'm putting few layers of color to make sure that the color of the top is blended perfectly. I'm also using automatic pencil to mark some stitches on her top, and that's on purpose of making the fabric looks even more realistic. Adding those little details to your drawings will definitely make them look more refined and touched up. Now I'm just going to color her fingers and stomach and put some shadows on them. Also, I'm defining the top a bit more with the darker shade of orange and I'm blending it out with peach tone by again putting another layer of color. Now it's time to color her denim jacket. Like previously, I'm doing some quick basic outlines first to just mark the shape of the jacket. I always need to take a moment while deciding upon particular color tones, and this time I had a dilemma between denim blue and cornflower. I chose cornflower because it's a cooler tone than denim and I felt like it will go better with orange top. So then, with the chosen color, I go over the whole jacket, covering it with a nice base layer. Alright, so with the first layer of color being already done, it's definitely the time to add some more life to the jacket, and that means of course shading. I already marked the places where jacket folds, so I will just darken them around with the same color first. Then I'm just using fine liner to define the folded parts even more. Then I'm using gray brush marker to build up some more shades. Also, I already mentioned that I'm a huge fan of marker and colored pencil combo, and when it comes to the denim jackets, I think using colored pencil is actually a must. They give a wonderful denim texture and they're so effortless with it. You just need to put one layer of it over the marker and it's done. How simple is this? Then I'm applying cornflower marker in the foldings and I'm going over again with fine liner and pencil. it's time to move on to the most demanding part, of course in my opinion. Coloring all black surfaces is the hardest because you need to work really quick to blend out the shades and you don't want to see any undesirable marker strokes. So anyways, I'm starting off with applying black on the most shaded areas and light grey on the ones that are exposed to the light. Then, similar to hair coloring process, I'm using medium grey as my blending tool. And I'm just applying few layers of each color to blend the colors together. While coloring her jeans, I just want to make sure that they will look as realistic as possible and that they will have those little foldings where they will usually have in reality. And I hope that makes sense for you. So anyways, I'm just going to draw it with adding few lines around the zipper and around her tights. So, moving on to the fun part, which is coloring Starbucks cup. I'll just add some caramel color inside, shade it with darker brown, apply some white to imitate the ice cubes, and finish it all up with white gel pen and pencil. Then I'm just coloring the logo with some random green markers. Basically, as you can see, no big deal. So now I'm just going to add some few final touch-ups to my drawing. I'm adding shading with grey markers and basically all I'm doing is just finessing the drawing as much as possible. Alright, so now you can see the drawing as an Instagram picture. I posted already a while ago and you guys seem to like it really much, so I'm very glad that I managed to show you the video of the process of how it's done.
Alright, so that's it for today. I really hope that you enjoy my drawing video, and of course please let me know what are your opinions, thoughts, any ideas, suggestions for new videos in the comments down below. Also, if you want to stay posted with all my new stuff coming, just make sure you subscribe to this channel, and you can also follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook and even Snapchat if you feel for it. Also, I wanted to say thank you so much for all the support you've been giving me so far, for all your nice words I've been getting every day. It's really, that's amazing, and thank you so much. So once again, that's all for today, and I guess see you in the next video. Take care!